Welcome back, and we're going to go under the helmet now with senior defensive backs Jon Kim and Mike Conrad. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, guys, looking back at last game, as we talked about with Coach, a few big plays here and there ended up deciding it. As players, what can you take away from that game to help you this week going into Trinity?
One thing we can take away from that game is really we need to come out strong from the beginning, from the first drive. And against a team with the caliber of Williams, we need to really dominate on all three phases of the game, which is offense, defense, and special teams.
Another thing we can take out of the game is we kept our competitive attitude the whole game. We didn't give up, as in past years we may have just, when times got rough, just put our heads down and, said that was it. But this game we just kept fighting and we gave it our all the whole game.
Yeah, talking about that fighting attitude, it was Williams' homecoming. And as players, when you're going to the field, you're going through their tailgating, going through alumni, parents, and of course students who are always going to let you hear it. What's that like as players going into a game with that around you?
Well, what happens is when we walk towards the field, you have Williams fans on both sides of us, just chirping us the entire time, talking smack. But we don't really pay attention to that. We actually use that as fuel to get, it makes us angry a little bit, so we use that as motivation to go out and really play harder.
It's a great football atmosphere, though. Going up there, we know we're in for a challenge, and to have people on both sides of us getting us ready for the game just lets us know that we have to step up and play a real good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different. You're coming home this week and going to be taking on Trinity, who thus far in the season have shown they've got a great rushing attack. As a defense, what are you guys looking to do in this game?
Well, like you said, Trinity has a great rushing attack. They have two of the best running backs in the league, but we feel that as a defense, we have a great front seven, and we feel that our defensive line is one of the best in the conference. So I think if we play to the level that we can show Trinity something that no other team has shown this year.
Yeah, one thing that we haven't done is just played a full game at full capacity. And I think that this game we just have to be real physical, play Wesleyan football, and just do our jobs.
Yeah, John, as you said, the defensive line and really the front seven with the linebackers as well have had a great year. We have Andy, we have Nick Powers, who's had a great year, getting 6 sacks thus far in the season, as well as Morgan in the middle. In a game where you're going to be expecting them to rush the ball quite a bit, as defensive backs, what's your mindset going to be going in on that? You might have to come up and make a tackle and lower the shoulder a bit.
Well, it's a change for sure. Having a team that rushes the ball so many times in a game, we haven't really seen that this year. But as a defensive back, especially for me, it might get a little boring because they don't pass as much. But it's definitely really exciting to know that I can come up and make a few plays. And I think we just have to accept the challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely really exciting. Our coaches know that defensively we're a real physical team, and me personally, I like to get in the box and stick my nose in there a little bit. So we're just looking forward to playing Wesleyan football, hitting hard and being real physical.
Yeah, it's the type of game you look forward to as a safety.
Definitely.
Yeah, coming in, as we mentioned, senior year. As guys who, John, you switched positions from receiver to defensive back through your career. You, Mike, playing behind guys like Justin Ferreras, Cam Davila, who were long mainstays for the defense. What work did you put in so that you would come in for your senior year and make an impact as starters?
Well, this year there was really like a change in the mindset. I've always worked hard, but knowing that coming in, this is your last year, you really want to work harder than you've ever done before, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't want to let the team down, so I worked as hard as I could, and so far it's been paying off.
Yeah, being a senior just gives you this real sense of urgency where you know that this is the last time you're going to do a lot of things. So, being at the last 8 months I'm going to be training, the last 8 months I'm going to be running, getting team lifts in. We just wanted to show strong senior leadership and show the younger guys that like this is what you need to do to be a championship team, and it kind of just started with us. So.
Yeah, John, looking at a position you play, cornerback. Obviously, we have an all-NESCAC player on the other side of the field, Jake Busani. Knowing that teams are going to be challenging you quite a bit in the game, what's your mindset when you go into the game?
Well, with having the first team all-conference cornerback on the other side, I knew even before season started they were going to be picking on me, trying to throw to my side, which I used as more motivation for me to work even harder this year, because I knew that they were going to be throwing to my side and I wanted to make plays and not be a liability. Also, with that being said, you know, it's just a great opportunity for me to make plays and really establish myself as another, you know, dominant corner.
Yeah, an opportunity for you to step up and
exactly.
Make sure they know your name as well as Jake's, huh?
Yeah.
And Mike, for you, as we said, playing behind guys such as Justin Freres, the last few years, what did you pick up from them in meetings, practice, and games that's helped you really establish yourself as a strong safety this year?
Playing behind Justin and Cam, I just got a real act for the game. They, you know, watching Cam, watching his film last year, he was real good in zone. And then Justin's just a real physical guy. And having them, you know, play before me, watching them play, I just, you know, got a feel for how I should be playing the position. And they definitely were just real good influences on that.
Yeah, made an impact for sure. And a couple weeks ago had quite the acrobatic interception. Take us through that play.
Yeah, that play, it was late in the game. We knew they were going to be throwing the ball. We were in cover 3. I had 2 receivers to my side, dropping back into coverage. I saw that both receivers were going vertical, and I just kind of read the quarterback's eyes. He threw it up the seam, and I had a chance to make a play on the ball.
Yeah. After that first tip, did you think you were going to catch it, or were you a little worried?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And as we said, Trinity this weekend. It's going to be the final game of the season, also final game of your guys' career as Wesleyan Cardinals. Looking back, are there any moments or memories that are going to stick with you the most?
Well, for me, you know, obviously there's all the hype of the game and the excitement of game day, but the thing that I'm going to be missing most is, you know, the practices, running sessions, and lifts that I have with my teammates, just making jokes with them, you know, having fun and laughing, and just really becoming a family. I think that entire process, I'm really going to be missing my moments that I had with my friends and what I call my family.
Yeah, definitely. Aside from, you know, all the practice time and putting in the hard work that it takes to be a good football team, I'm definitely going to miss singing the fight song at the end of winning a game. There's nothing like that feeling of, you know, being out on the field and having all your brothers around you and singing that song.
Yeah, it's a moment that probably sticks with you for quite a while.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend against Trinity.
Thank you. Appreciate it.